Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to start off by giving all the glory, infinite praise, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect that is out there pushing this truth in all sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, giving diligence to make their calling and election sure. Shalom. This is your brother Hashar from the Great Millstone Savannah Camp, coming back in the spirit with another lesson and a stern warning. Lord willing, I hope and pray that it is edifying and exhorting. All right. And as you can see, the article is entitled Turkey Seeks to Join the BRICS bloc of Emerging Economies, a Kremlin official says. All right. So this is from AP News. All right. And this is from September the 4th. All right, it says NATO member Turkey has applied for membership in the BRICS bloc of developing economies, a senior Kremlin official said Wednesday, as Russia and China seek to counter the West's global influence. All right, Yuri Yushchenko, President Vladimir Putin's former affairs aide, told reporters that Turkey has submitted an application for full membership in the bloc that Russia, uh, this year chairs, and it will be considered. All right, so this BRIC alliance, which BRIC stands for Brazil, Russia, India, and China, with South Africa joining in 2010, right? Also includes Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, the United Arab Emirates, okay, Saudi Arabia, who was a longtime ally of the United States, okay. They're all getting on board, all right, with Russia and China, all right, in leading, or trying to lead the global economy, all right, and kind of getting away from the American dollar, all right, the American and Western influence on these different countries. Yeah, for years, all right, America, NATO, and the EU, which is biblically known as the beast system, all right, they have had their influence, okay, but now, all right, you have countries that are siding with Russia and China, all right, partially due to the sanctions that America has put on these different countries, Russia and China primarily, which hurt, all right, which hurt smaller countries' economies, man, because this is where they get their goods. This is where they get their their imports. That this is where they get their oil. All right, Russia's like I think the second largest exporter of oil. Okay, and I think it's the second. I think it's one of the biggest exporters of natural gas as well. So you have different members who are a part of the EU and NATO, and they're losing. All right, they're losing, man. They're losing money. Their economies are struggling. Their energy companies and different manufacturers are struggling, man. All right, and this is the cost of being in bed with the beast. All right, so I want to get into some precepts. Our Lord willing is edifying. All right, this is Daniel chapter 2 and verse 31. It says, Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image's head was of fine gold, all right, which represents the Babylonian Empire. All right, it says his breast and arms, Salakia, his breast and his arms of silver. All right, uh, which represents the Medo-Persian Empire. Okay, and it says what his belly and his thighs of brass. All right, which represents the Greek Empire. All right, it says his legs of iron, right, which represents the Roman Empire. Okay, it says in his feet, part of iron and part of clay. All right, which represents the revival of the Roman Empire, right, through NATO and the EU, the beast system. Okay, it says, "Thou sawest," and the reason, which they're gonna allude to it, but not allude to it, but let's keep reading it. It says, "Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands," which this represents Yahweh Shai. Okay, it says, "which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces." Why? Because Yahweh Shai is coming. He would be coming back during what? The iron and the clay during this kingdom. All right, he didn't hit. That stone. It didn't hit any other part of the body but the feet. Right, because the feet were the end. All right, the feet are the kingdom that we're living in right now. Okay, it says were of iron and clay and break in pieces. Then was the iron and clay and brass and the silver broken in pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain, which represents Jerusalem. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, becoming that great mountain, which mountain, all right, are synonymous with rulerships, governments. Okay, it says and filled the whole earth. So we're gonna set up the kingdom of heaven is gonna be a government. It's gonna be a system. All right, under Yahweh Shai and King David. All right, who's gonna be risen in these latter days. All right, and what this kingdom is gonna fill the whole earth. All right, in righteousness. It says this is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. All right, so when you go into, these feet, partly mixed with iron and partly mixed with clay. All right, the iron represents what? The stronger nations. All right, in NATO and the EU, you got America. You have what? These different military countries, Canada, um, Great Britain, um, what is it? The Brexit, uh, which is yeah, Britain, France, um, and who else? Maybe like Germany, Switzerland. These different nations. Do they all kind of contribute something? All right, and I was just watching the debate yesterday, right? And Trump said what? That he was the first president that went in and made everyone in the NATO and EU pay their fair share. All right, for protection. Okay, what she said? What? Either you pay or we won't protect you. All right, and he was talking directly to that clay. Okay, because what? Iron is strong. Iron can stand alone. It can withstand some things, but what? Clay is weak. It's moldable. It's pliable. All right. So, what Trump was talking about yesterday was prophecy. All right, how these different members of NATO, they don't really contribute anything militarily. All right, and economically, they really can't. contribute anything, but they're a part of the alliance, all right, because it benefits them. All right, but there are certain countries that are in NATO and the EU where it doesn't benefit them, man. All right, and we're coming into a time where, all right, being in bed with NATO and the EU is going to cost you. All right, and um, I want to get some prophecy because what Gomer, all right, who is Turkey, all right, Gomer is going to be uh, he's going to be accompanied with Russia. Okay, when they hey when they go to destroy America, let's get it. Ezekiel 38:1, it says, "And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog and the land of Magog," which is Russia, modern day Russia. All right. It says, "In the chief prince of Mektesh and Tubal, and prophesy against him." All right. And say, "Thus saith the Lord power," right? Because the Lord ain't with Russia. Even though he's using Russia to destroy America, the Lord ain't with Russia. These are Edomites as well. It says, "Thus saith Yahweh, uh, Yahweh, the Most High Power." All right, "Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Mektesh and Tubal." It says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thy armies and horses and horsemen, and all them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, and all them handling swords." You see? So the Lord said he was going to turn uh, Russia, all right, or Gog and Magog, he was going to turn them back, all right? And the spirit that he has put on the Russian people, all right, starting with their leader, Vladimir Putin, all right, is the USSR. All right. Uh, what is it? The United Soviet, uh, something. All right, which I can look it up. All right, USSR. Uh, yeah, the United. Oh, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. All right, USSR. He's putting that spirit, the USSR spirit, back on those Russians. All right. And Vladimir Putin even went as far as this year to reveal, uh, these Russian icons, which the American media hushed. You know, they were very silent on that issue, but he brought out the Russian icons and he showed people, man, that hey, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you are who the Bible is talking about, man. The man you call Jesus, he looked like you. All right. But the Lord is using Putin in Russia, all right, to fulfill biblical prophecy. Not only them, but what? It says, verse 5, Persia, all right, which we have some of this being fulfilled today. You have those Saudi Arabians, man. All right, Ethiopia, Libya with them. All them with shield and helmet. You see? What did this article say? What? United Arab Emirates, those are Persians. All right, Iran, that's Persia. Egypt, those some modern day Persians now. All right, I believe. Just speaking as a man. Ethiopia, right, which is part of prophecy. Saudi Arabia. All right, it says Urzbanja, Urzaban. I don't know how to pronounce that in Malaysia. All right, are also applied. So, hey, man, the scriptures are being fulfilled, man. You know, it says Gomer and all his bands. So Gomer is who? All right, Gomer goes back to the region of Turkey. All right, the region of Turkey. All right, that area right below Russia. Okay, Gomer and all his bands in the house of Togama of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto them, and thou Slakia, and be thou a guard unto them. So all these countries are coming together under the guard of Russia, under the alliance of Russia and China, all right, who have numerous nuclear weapons. Okay, they have you know resources and technology. All right, that is far more advanced than you know than what we know in the states. Okay, they're reforming their general public. All right, you have China who is basically re-educating their men. They have gotten rid of a lot of poison, a lot of wine uh, that came from America. All right, uh, you know, uh, the alphabet thing. All right, porn. They're getting rid of all that, man. They're preparing their men. Uh, hey, actually, the children too. They're preparing everybody for war, man. All right, you got. I seen a video of these kids. They in China. All right, they had little electric guns, but they were all Chinese guns. All right, attached to phones, and they were just basically playing laser tag, man. But this is a part of their education. All right, over there in Russia, man, they do a lot of recess, man, a lot of training. Okay, whereas over here, you got these kids, man, they barely go outside, man. All right, so the Lord is putting that old ancient war spirit back on these other nations, man. All right, and they're gonna make war with America. Okay, um, let's get that. They shall hate the whore. All right, and burn her with fire. Let's get that. Yeah, Revelation, chapter 17, in verse 15, it says, "And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues." All right, the whore that sitteth upon many waters, right? Because America has its hand, all right, and a lot of other countries back, man. America has military bases all over the world, okay, and they're able to set up, puppet leaders and overthrow governments, set up central banks, all right, because they're prophesied to do so. Verse 16, it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." All right. So the 10 horns, which are all European, all right, they're all European countries. They're gonna do what? They're gonna hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So, hey man, it's gonna get to the point where all right, all these nations are gonna be fed up. Okay, they're gonna be fed up with America, and what nukes are gonna be shot. All right, it says, "For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill His will." So the Lord put it in their hearts to fulfill His will. All right, when they press that button on that nuclear football, all right, the Lord is gonna make them do it. They're gonna be in bunkers. They're gonna be watching, and this is the plan of the elites anyway. They want to get rid of the majority of people on the planet. All right, they want a controllable population of about 500 million people. Okay, and right now the Earth has what 9 or 8 billion people on it. Right, I think it was 9 and trending up. Now it's 8 trending down. All right, so hey, the devil's plan is working. All right, but as the scripture says, what though he fill his belly, roughly paraphrasing, he's gonna vomit it all up. All right, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Okay, so hey, these nations that were in confederate with America, all right, with NATO and the EU, hey, they're all gonna turn their backs, all right, and they're gonna go to war. It says, "For Yahweh hath put it in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled." All right, so hey, it's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be a terrible fall, man. All right, but it's great, for the elect. All right. So I just wanted to do this, this quick lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying and exhorting. I want to end off by giving all the glory, infinite praise, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. And peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Abba.